Well, hi. I'm very glad to be talking to you today. I've really missed you all a lot. So, today, as a surprise, I thought I would like to read you a story. And not just because it's a good book, but because I like reading to you as well. Now, this story is called Three Hens and a Peacock. Now, this story was written by a man named Lester Laminack, and it was illustrated by Henry Cole. Now, if we think about how we've learned about books and authors, we know that our author, Mr. Laminack, wrote the story, and the pictures were drawn by Mr. Henry Cole. We can tell that they're a photograph or a picture that is drawn by looking at it. What do you think? Do you think these are photographs of real chickens? Or do you think that these are drawings of chickens? Yes, they're drawings. But inside, there's a really great story, and I want to get right to it. So let's read it. Three Hens and a Peacock. Whoa, where do you think our story's taking place? Looks like we're on a farm. How can you tell? What's this big building here? Yeah, it's a barn. And these down here are cows. It looks like we've got some chickens. We have a big farmhouse. Let's find out what happens in our story. Things were quiet on the Tuckers' farm. The cows chewed their cud. The hens clucked and pecked and laid their eggs. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. And once in a while, someone would stop to buy tomatoes or corn or perhaps a quart of milk. Nothing unusual happened there until, let's look at our picture. What do you think's going to happen? We've got this truck and the door is open. Chickens are running away. We've got our box that fell out of that truck. What do you think's going to be in that? Guess we're going to find out. Until that peacock showed up. The cows and the hens and the old hound kept right on doing what they'd always done. But that peacock had never lived on a farm. He had no idea what to do. So he spread his fancy feathers and set to shrieking. Look at him, he's yelling, putting out his feathers. Eventually, the peacock wandered down the road. When cars whizzed by, he shook his feathers and cried out in his loudest voice. Of course, folks stopped for a closer look. There's a man taking a picture. People are stopping and pointing. Here's our next page. Day after day, more folks stopped to admire the peacock, and they all bought tomatoes and corn, eggs and milk. Business on the Tuckers' farm was booming. Everyone seemed happy to have the visitors stopping by. I don't know about those chickens, though. I'm not sure they look very happy. We're going to find out about them. I think Farmer Tucker's pretty happy about all the business. But trouble was brewing in the hen house, The hens were squawking and clucking and flapping their wings. We do all the work around here. I'd like to see that peacock lay one single egg. Exactly. He just struts around screaming. I suppose fancy feathers are more important than laying eggs. Look how angry that chicken is. Fancy feathers. Two words that have the same beginning sound. Alliteration. That lazy peacock gets all the attention, and we do all the work. Look at the peacock's face. I don't think he looks very happy. The peacock had heard every word. For days he moped about, moaning and groaning. I wish I could be more useful around here. Clucked one hen. The others ruffled their feathers. The old hound stretched and slowly raised his head. Why not let the peacock stay here and be useful while you hens take the glamorous job down by the road? Well, there's an idea. Look at the peacock. He's thinking about it too. The cows. What do you think the cows are thinking? The three hens began clucking to one another. What a wonderful plan. Yes, it's a fabulous idea. Oh, ladies, we simply must fancy up our feathers tonight, and nothing but our brightest beads, bangles, and bows. Ooh, 3 B words in a row. There's some more alliteration. Beads, bangles, and bows. We'll stop traffic for sure. Why, you girls know I can strut with the best of them. The peacock pricked up. Let's do it, he declared. Tomorrow I'll stay and sit on the nest and cluck. And we'll get all gussied up, said the hens, and we'll be so glamorous. Oh, what a good idea. So far. At sunrise the next morning, the hens strutted down the road. The peacock marched right to the hen house and poked his head inside. Look at those hens all dressed up. Look at them. They're wearing their necklaces and bows in their hair. And that peacock is going right to where those hens live. The hens flocked by the road, waiting for a car. When they saw one approaching, they clucked and squawked and flapped their wings in a flurry of feathers. But every car whizzed right on by. The peacock sucked in his tummy and wiggled from left to right, trying to squeeze through the tiny henhouse door. His front half was in, but his back end was out. Down by the road, those hens tried every chicken trick they knew. Still, no cars stopped. There they are. They're trying. Look how they're climbing up there on top of one another, dancing, dancing. Finally, the peacock made it to the hen house. He held his breath and pushed with all his might, but no matter how hard he tried, he could not lay a single egg. Not one. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. What's that peacock doing in the hen house? Asked Farmer Tucker. Well, who knows, said Mrs. Tucker. And what are those hens doing down by the road? Not a one of them is up here laying eggs. Well, the way things are going, we aren't likely to have anyone buying eggs today, said Farmer Tucker. We need that peacock down there stopping the cars. There's the farmer and his wife, noticing the changes about the farm. They don't seem very happy about no eggs being laid by the hens. When the peacock heard that, he smiled the biggest smile you ever saw on a bird's beak. Look at there. He's all smiling. I am helping, he thought. He squirmed back and forth until he popped out of the cramped hen house, and then he trotted off to find the hens. The exhausted hens were all clucked out. Every feather was out of place. What a day! We couldn't get one car to stop. It's true. Why, most of them didn't even slow down. The peacock met the hens as they trudged up the road. I can tell you I'm no good at laying eggs, he said. I'm just not meant for it. One hen nodded. "I put on my stellar strut, and even I couldn't stop a single car," she said. "I have to hand it to you, Fancy Feathers. Your job is harder than it looks." The other hens agreed, and the peacock looked relieved. So, the hens marched back to the hen house, and the peacock strutted down to the road. The old hound stretched out on the porch, watching and listening. And things were quiet again on the Tucker farm. That's our last page, and I want you to look. He's getting all comfortable there. But what do you see in the background there? It looks like another truck just might be bumping out another box with something in it. What do you think could be the next visitor? We already have a peacock and a hen. Why don't you think about what could be inside of that box that might be delivered? Now, I wanted to show you these. I have some peacock feathers. They're very long. Look how long they are. And these are real peacock feathers from Fancy Feathers, that Mr. Alliteration there with the 2 F's in a row. Look how pretty the ends of the feathers are. They have that blue and the darkness in the middle. Have you ever seen a peacock feather before? And they wave a lot. Just like when he was at the end of the road there on the driveway, he was trying to get their attention by wiggling them back and forth. They almost look like little eyeballs. These are really fun. I wanted to share them with you. I really hope you liked our story today, and I hope that you are enjoying the time with your families. I miss you guys a lot, and I always appreciate when you send pictures or messages or anything at all, just any kind of contact, just because I like to hear from all of you. I do hope that you all stay safe and healthy, and I hope to get to see you in just a couple of weeks. See you soon.